Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Mind of Mando. I'm your host, Armando Ortega, and you are listening to the Mind of Mando podcast. How's everybody doing today? If you guys are currently at work, hope you guys have a great rest of your shift. If you guys work graveyards, enjoy the time you have left before going in, and have a safe shift tonight yours as well. Everybody else, I hope you're doing amazing and having fun. If you're feeling well. This morning I woke up not feeling great. Honestly, I felt pretty under the weather. Still kind of do, but not so much as before. But I don't know. I feel like calling off of work tomorrow, to be honest, because it's just like, if I go to work tomorrow feeling like this, I might not be in the best, how do you call it? Not state of mind. I'm just not going to be my best I can be. I'm just going to be sluggish, sloppy, just tired and drowsy. And, I'm contemplating. Maybe I'll make my decision in the middle of this podcast. I don't know. What's everybody doing today? Like I said, I hope you guys are doing great. Just doing what you need to do. Get done, having fun, going out, hiking to the beach. I don't know, maybe with your dog or your cat or whatever pet you got. Just been at home the entire day today, just kind of like hella lazy. And I can't even call it my lazy day because I've been having a lot of those lately and I hate it. I know last time and the time before, it's just, I keep saying, oh yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot more and everything. It's just a lot's been happening now, and sorry, it's my dishwasher in the back. A lot's been happening right now, and it's just, it's what it is being an adult, trying to do something you like, you really want to do more of, but also realizing that you have responsibilities you have to take care of. You have to take care of and make sure that they get done before you do something you like, and for me it's just really work, a lot of work, but yeah, lots been happening the past few days. I say that every single time, but it's true. And I try, I have this notepad in my phone and I write down topics that I want to talk about, but sometimes I just forget. So when I start talking into this mic, it's like, oh crap, what am I going to talk about? This is why the last 2 times it was just really about Assassin's Creed. But, I have a topic in mind. One that happened today that I heard of today. I don't know how long this has been going out, but basically, what I heard today is just this weird thing. Have you guys ever heard of pink sauce? Like the color pink sauce. You might be equivalent to like barbecue sauce, maybe some ranch, maybe some ketchup, whatever. Well, there's this new product called pink sauce. I myself am not the kind to go to like TikTok or anything like that, because I don't like TikTok. I hate it. But so I'm not in the loop when it comes down to that stuff. But I just heard today, because I am subscribed to this one guy called Jamari and everything, if you guys heard of him, and he was talking about it. Well, essentially, not the bad part, but the thing that would happen is this one chick on TikTok, filmed herself just dunking her chicken or whatever in a thing of pink sauce, just drenching it, like it was like barbecue sauce or something like that. If we have chicken drenched in barbecue sauce, you and I wouldn't like think twice or anything. Man, these cats are weird. You and I wouldn't think twice or anything like that, because it's normal. But what happens if you grab something that looks exactly identical to Pepto-Bismol and just dunk some chocolate in there, and some chicken in there, and just take a huge bite out of it and just legitimately eat it? It's weird. It's like, what are you doing? It doesn't look right, Well, there's one girl. She got a lot of popularity doing that. Who knows what that was? You know, she says it was her pink sauce, her creation and everything like that. But it's like, okay, but what is it? You know, is it like a barbecue sauce? Is it like a hot sauce? Is it what is it? You know, never been identified. I don't know why. Well, anyways, she gained popularity off of that thing, and guess what? Everybody who does something that goes viral and everything is like, hey, people are really into this. Let's see how much more we can capitalize on it. I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm just saying that's how it goes. Well, her pink sauce, her product that looks exactly like Pepto-Bismol, she decided to make an abundance of it, just an abundance of it. And she started advertising, hey guys, we're going to start selling pink sauce. We're going to start selling pink sauce. Still not disclosing what the hell that sauce is. It's just that it's pink sauce, you know? So making promotion videos and everything like that, having other people try it, you know, put their food, grab their food and put pink sauce on it and just bite it. There's this one video where she has this other lady drench her chicken in it, and the lady goes like, oh my god, it's flavorful, savory, and really well seasoned. And I'm like, okay, that doesn't tell me anything. It just means it has flavor in it. But what? Compare it to something. Like, really? You know? It's like, what if I grabbed like some teriyaki sauce, put it in some random bottle, and then just put it on something and start eating it? I'm like, wow, it has seasonings in it, and you know, it has flavor and everything. It's like, yeah, but what is it? Like, what does it taste like? You know? But it's just like, those are just words, you know? But like, yeah, it's just like, hey, these promo videos are fishy. Well, anyways, people started kind of catching on to it and being like, yo, how come the sauce color varies from every video and everything? Didn't really pay too much attention to that, but yeah. Well, I guess finally, like, some pre-sales happened, but finally it was released to the public. So people were able to, who pre-ordered that stuff, were sent items to their house. And what it was a bottle of pink sauce, but it wasn't a bottle of pink sauce in like that was like bubble wrapped and put into a cardboard box or anything. What it was is a pink sauce that was put in like an envelope or just a regular package, just flimsy as hell. Meaning that some people, when they got their packages were bursted open. You know? Like, yo, I paid this much. Oh yeah, the pricing was $20, you know? Well, anyways, she said that she sold out over hundreds of units and everything like that. She sold out quick. So people were buying them, unless, you know, it was an exaggeration. But yeah, and it was just like, people were having it. I personally have not seen any reviews of the pink sauce and how it tastes and how it feels or anything like that. But here's the problem. People were rightfully so, like, in the right to point out the fact that the packaging wasn't good. Some of the things was the fact that, like I mentioned already, there's some of their stuff were crushed open and their sauce was everywhere. Second thing was the fact that on the bottle it says keep refrigerated. You know how ketchups and all that stuff, it's like, hey, once you open it, refrigerate it or whatever. This one was just said keep refrigerated, and it's just like, well, it wasn't refrigerated at all. Like, who knows how long it's been sitting out, you know? And yeah, it was just like, holy crap. Well, what was another thing? Oh yeah, the ingredients explaining exactly what was in that bottle. Some of the ingredients were misspelled and everything. I get one typo or something like that, but if you're selling a legitimate product that is meant for human consumption, maybe you should take the time and make sure that there's absolutely no spelling errors in your product. So when people are like, because you got to know, this is something that's new. This is something that people don't see often. The only time they ever see a pink liquid like that is Pepto-Bismol, and that's it. But you're telling this is a sauce for food. So people are going to be paying attention, and be watching you like a hawk and everything, making sure that you're doing everything you need to do. And whatever little mistake you commit, hey, the world's going to know. Trust me. But it's like she came out, the creator came out with a later video apologizing. Like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm just human, yada, yada. And I get that. Mistakes happen. She's like, you know, we're done with the paper packaging. We're moving to cardboard boxes, making sure everything was wrapped correctly and everything. You probably should have done that in the beginning and everything. And because that's huge. People pre-ordered this product from you, you know? And you want to make sure that their first impression on your product is a damn good one. No, I mean, like, come on. But anyways, yeah. Fix the product. Good. All right, you learned from your mistake. Awesome. And here's the thing, I don't mind these quote unquote innovative products or anything like that. Honestly, something good out of 2020 was the fact that a lot of people were able to discover a passion in something. Were able to discover that they're good at something besides their mundane 9 to 5, so to speak, and everything. So it's like, it really, although unfortunately very bad for a good amount of people, it was actually eye-opening for others. For me personally, I bought a car for the first time since living down here in San Diego in 2020. But not only that, I was able to actually learn how to fix my cars. And that's how I did. Every single repair in my vehicle has been done by me when I had them. So it's just like, you know, 2020 helped a lot of people. And when it came down to starting small businesses, something that you fund yourself in the very beginning, and then, you know, once people like, and using social media to market your stuff for free, it's, you know, we're living in a big age where everybody's doing something. So how do you call it? Man, that's loud. So how do you call it? The problem is this: food products are always going to be iffy. Food products are always going to be a touchy type of product to go into, or a business to go into. Reason so is because this food products are meant to be made for human consumption. People order your stuff, either use it alone or use it with whatever they're going to prepare food with or whatever. And if your product makes them sick, where they get food poisoning and or die, then that's a lawsuit. And that's a huge one at that. And that's always iffy to me. Like me, I had ideas before to, like, you know, make some extra income on the side, buy bread pans and everything like that, baking sheets, and bake my own bread, and then make my own sandwiches and everything like that, make coffee, yada yada, all this stuff. But the problem is that not only would I need all this stuff first, I could take care of that. It was the fact that if anything were to come out of it negatively, if somebody were to say, oh my God, your food, it gave me food poisoning, I'm going to sue you. Damn. Well, there you go. You know, I'm sure there's ways around it, but still, it's still an iffy thing to go into. So with that whole pink sauce and everything, and not making it really clear what the hell it is, it's you're kind of setting yourself up to be backed up into a corner and just, you know. Well, anyways, here's the problem that I had with it. It wasn't how it looked. It wasn't that how it was marketed. It wasn't how it was packaged or anything like that. Not even the spelling errors. What got me, like, dude, seriously, was the fact that in her apology video about it, you keep in mind, this is the apology video that came out because people who had already pre-ordered and had already received their products came out saying, hey, this stuff is broken when it showed up. Meaning that others that their stuff wasn't broken most likely had already used it. Something she said in her apology videos, again, people already had this product in their homes, was we're still testing in the laboratories, we're still in the testing phase, yada yada, and once we get clear with that, we'll start selling it in supermarkets and everything. It was like, wait, you're still in the testing phase and you already gave some to us? What? It's like, what? That's what? Are you serious? You're not even sure if this stuff is 100% good yet. and you already gave it to us to consume, I'd be like, yo, give me my money back, or I swear to God, this is going to court. But yeah, that's what happened. And I just, that's what I thought when I heard that. I was like, this girl better fix her mistakes, or just immediately stop selling this and everything. I'm not saying, yeah, quit what you're doing. No, I'm just saying, make sure you're not going out there and just shooting yourself in the foot. And this all could be avoided if everything is just thought out, you know? But yeah, that's just a short little story that, you know, was, that is what I heard today and everything. But, you know, for everybody who's doing a small business for whatever, you know, whether it be like mobile mechanics, or something that's just making jewelry, or, you know, or making carpets, or you know, picture frames or anything like that, good on you. Keep doing it. Be careful. Keep doing it. It's good on you. You know, I like small businesses. They're always great. Well, anyways, something that I heard this past week is something that I forgot about for, I don't know how long, years, most likely. How do you call it? This happened when I was still living back home in SF. You know, I first heard about this back in 2014. Just about 2 years after I graduated high school. Basically, there's this adult entertainment star, Christy Mack, along with her former boyfriend, who I believe legally changed his name to War Machine. He fought like 3 or 4 fights in the UFC, and then, you know, went to Bellator, and then, you know, met Miss Christy Mack in the business when he went in the business for a while. Well, anyways, hearing the life of War Machine and how he grew up, it's not a great one, you know? And, you know, combine the loss, like witnessing the loss of his father at 13, along with, you know, growing up with anger issues, a short fuse, and tendency to be prone to violence and everything, you know, it's not a great combination at all. But that's exactly how it was. And that's exactly what happened to him growing up. I believe he lost his mother too. Well, anyway, maybe his mother was addicted. I don't know. I got to read this again. Well, anyways, this man, Mr. War Machine, he had a knack for fighting. He got in a lot of trouble. Actually, something about it was his stepfather. What do you call it? I think they got into an argument, and War Machine beat his father with his own hands to near death. His father was on the brink of dying because he was beaten so bad by War Machine when War Machine was still a young lad, you know? The thing is, what happened was when the police arrived, they were going to arrest War Machine 100%, going to arrest him, you know, for felony battery. And that's what assuming the charge would be for at that point. The problem was that, and you know, I recognize this. I recognize that this does happen. It's not correct, but it does happen. Is the fact that the only reason he didn't go to jail was because War Machine mentioned that his father was a police officer. And I guess they verified that, yes, his father was a police officer. They let him go. No charges, no time spent in jail, nothing. Absolutely nothing. And yeah, that's what happened. Well, anyways, you know, dude grew up, went into fighting, decided to use his aggression inside the octagon and everything. And, you know, dude, you Google pictures of War Machine, bro is a beast. Like, yeah, like, I know some tough dudes, but it's just, you look at somebody who looks like that, I guarantee, even if you barely think about it, everybody is gonna look at him and be like, you know, should I mess with this dude or not? You know, because he's not only is he like broad, is he naturally broad and big and everything like that, he's absolutely cut, and he's just muscular. And not only that, pair that with the fact that this guy has been professionally fighting for years in mixed martial arts. It's like this guy isn't just looks. He's about it. He really is about it. Well, anyways, yeah, that's what happened. Well, anyways, back in 2014, I remember this. I was still working at Jimmy John's. I remember that. I was skating my deliveries, having fun, making tips, making bank. Well, anyways, I heard a story about how he, Mr. War Machine, was on the run because his girlfriend, Christy Mack, was beaten so bad by him, like really bad by him. I didn't know exactly what happened or anything like that. I just heard it was a whole case of him coming home to like supposedly propose to her, and just found her and another dude in the bedroom. But he beat the hell out of the dude, and he beat the hell out of her, like really, really bad. Well, anyways, I mean, look what he did with his stepfather. He almost killed him. Like, almost killed him, for reals. So, you know this guy's about it. Well, anyways, I didn't hear everything that went down exactly how it did until recently. Well, basically, he was on the run for a while. Even Dog the Bounty Hunter made it public that he was going to be after him. Eventually, they found him in a motel room. The whole way they found him was the fact that despite being on the run for felonies, he would continue posting up on Twitter. Just continue posting up on Twitter, and just pinpoint the antennas, pinpoint your location, find out where you're at. Oh, look, he's staying at this hotel room in this area. Let's get him. And then they got him. Well, anyways, this happened all in 2014. So yeah, apparently what I heard, what I learned, actually, it's not just what I heard. What I learned, the way it went down was, Christy Mack and him had an on and off again relationship. It was one of those relationships where it was just terrible, constant fighting, constant arguing, constant domestic abusing, physical domestic abusing, and everything like that, of course, on his part. It was just getting too much and too repetitive, but they would always stay together. Break up, stay together. Break up, stay together. It was an endless cycle. Well, anyways, one day he came home because what he was stating was he was going to go and propose to her. But when he came home, he started saying stuff that didn't belong to him. So he went up to the bedroom. That's where he found her and this other man. According to Christy Mack, what had happened is War Machine jumped right on the guy and just absolutely started pulverizing him and started dragging him, took him to the bathroom. I think he put him in the bathtub or whatever, maybe tried to drown him or something. But yeah. And then like she was trying to stop and she was screaming, and that's when she called the police, even though he was like, "You don't call the police. You better not call the police." Well, anyways, he called the police, and that's exactly what was happening. There's recordings. If you want to Google it or look on YouTube, there's recordings through dispatch. He like what Chris Mack was saying and all the noise and commotion happening in the background. So what continued happening was he would angrily relieve himself on her while making the guy he just beat watch. It was like, what the heck? It's just dominated everybody. Well, anyways, that's what he would do, and then he would go back to yelling, he would go back to hitting and everything. Well, eventually at one point he just started beating her, just absolutely beating her, like, and she, there you go, and this went on for I don't know how long. Not too long. It may feel like a long time in the moment, but when you look at it from a different perspective, usually things that feel like minutes usually last like 1 minute or so, but he started beating her, like absolutely beating her. At one point, Christy Mack said that he left because he said he was going to kill her because he couldn't let either of them live. And she said she heard him go in the kitchen and go look for a knife in the drawers, and that's when she went out to the balcony, climbed down, jumped over a fence, went to her neighbor's house, started pounding on the door for help. Neighbor let her in. Police arrived. He left. He ran. He absolutely ran, and that's when he was on the run and everything. And yeah, there's photos of Christy Mack when she got beat, and they don't look good. Not at all. But that's what happened. I forgot about this case after like maybe a few months. Like I just seriously didn't think about it anymore. It just was a thing that happened, and it just left my mind. I heard that they caught him, but I didn't hear everything else after that. And I honestly forgot. All these years, just forgot. What I do at work when I'm patrolling around and everything like that, I have one earpiece on one of my ears. It allows me to hear my surroundings and everything. And it's for my radio, in case I get calls, in case I need to relay messages, yada yada. My Bluetooth earpiece for my phone, it goes to my left ear. It's very small, very discreet. Unless you're looking for it, you're not going to see it. And like that's what she said. So what had happened, what I can do with that is I can put it in EQ mode or whatever it's called, which essentially allows me to hear my surroundings while listening to what I'm playing. And the way it works is there's multiple different microphones located outside of the earpiece and everything, facing out to the world. And I learned that by just messing around with it. And then it takes the noise from there and it registers it into the earpiece and out to the speaker of your earpiece into your ear. So you're able to hear things around you. And I think that's pretty cool technology, you know? So I'm listening to this stuff and I stumble upon this one video of this guy talking about it. And I'm like, oh yeah, whatever happened to him, you know? Well, essentially what had happened was, after he got caught in April of 2017, I believe. And, he got caught in April of 2014. I think that's when it happened. Well, anyways, in 2017, he was finally sentenced to prison in July. And the sentence he received for everything that he did was 36 years. 36 years in prison, with the possibility of parole after those 36 years, which is going to be in 2053. You know how old this guy is going to be in 2053? He's going to be 72. His life is done. You know, if he doesn't just become deceased in prison, how much of a life will you have out in the free world when you're 72 years old? And at that, it's called the possibility of parole. Not you're going to get parole in 2053. It's like, hey, you might get parole. And that's if we decide that you deserve parole. So there's still a good chance that even when 2053 happens, when he's 30, after his 36 years, he still might not just get out. He might just stay there for the rest of his days. And to be honest, it's just like, it's what it is. I get it. You have a hard childhood. A lot of people do. Guess what? A lot of people don't do what you did. That's the whole thing. They don't. They take different routes. They work on it. And it's just like, this guy, in the end of the day, zero excuse. If you can't handle something like a relationship, one, you met this chick in the adult industry. What do you think is the quality of person she is, or any other guy is? Not great. But yeah. And two, it's like, you got anger issues to the point where you're a known aggressor physically. You almost killed your stepdad to death. Killed him to death. You almost beat your stepdad to death. I was like, you think you're okay like this? No. You know, but yeah. So that's what happened to War Machine. So 2053, you know, that's insane. In 2053, I am gonna be 59 years old. 59. I was saying that is 59 years old. It's just like, what can I say? What can I say, really? Well, anyways, something else that's been happening, a little bit on the lighter side. The whole Stranger Things stuff, that TV show that's been going on for I don't know how long, a couple years already, I guess. I never paid real mind to it at all. just never really caught my interest. It was just another thing. The reason I'm talking about it now is because I remember being at work and my coworker, he goes, "Hey, Armando," I'm like, "What's up, fool?" And he goes, "I've been listening to Metallica a lot lately." I think he said that because he knows I'm a metalhead and everything like that. And he listens to some metal, but like the more mainstream stuff. And even at that, I'm surprised he never even listened to Metallica before this. And I think you guys know what I'm talking about, what's going to come up. Well, anyways, I'm just like, "Oh, sweet, what's up?" He had me search up a video. And apparently there's this one scene in Stranger Things where I guess they have to do a distraction or whatever. One of the characters plugs in an electric guitar, a BC Rich, by the way. And I miss my BC Rich Warlock. I wish I never sold it. And he started playing Master of Puppets by Metallica. And I guess this is the first time a lot of people who are into that show have heard about that song and have heard about Metallica. Because when I went to the Master of Puppets song that I've been listening to all these years and everything since I was a kid, the amount of views that it rose up with was just incredible. It spiked. The song spiked. And a lot, like, YouTube has this thing, comment sections now, where you can click on it and be like, "What do you want to see?" New comments first. You click on that. Every single new comment is just like, "Who's here from Stranger Things? Who's here from Stranger Things? Who's here from Stranger Things? Oh, Stranger Things, anybody?" And it's just like, oh, it's like, oh man, I don't want to say it sucks, but my initial reaction is, yeah, it sucks. Because it's like, this is a great song from an incredible, iconic band that other incredible, iconic bands pay tribute to. Because they're going to live on for the rest of the world's life, But it's just like, and to just have it be like, from this show, It's like, this is what people are just talking about now. But then I thought about it. I was just like, I'm not gonna leave comments or anything. "Oh, you kids nowadays, I'm only 28. Come on." But what it is it made me think of this post I saw earlier that day. Funny enough, where Waititi, I think the director of like Thor: Love and Thunder and the newest Thor movie and everything like that, was talking about how he felt like Stranger Things ruined a specific song, not the Metallica song, I forgot the other artist's name, where it goes da, 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 ba, da, da, ba, da, 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 or something like that. And he's like, "Oh, they ruined her song because of how much they play it and everything." And I get it. This other person responded with like, it's just like, "Oh, you're mad that other people or the newer generation are learning about these incredible songs." It's just like, I get it from both perspectives. It's just like, yeah, it can get annoying when something very popular and mainstream makes something that has already been well known with the older generations very popular for the now times and everything. Now all the youngins are like, "Oh my God, have you ever heard about this?" And I was like, "Oh, it's been out for years or decades and everything." But it's just like, I get it from the other perspective. Why are you going to be mad about it? Why are you going to be hella annoyed about it? At least the newer generation is now being exposed to these incredible bands, artists, songs, yada yada, and everything. It's like, do you not want that music to live on? I know I do. It's going to be great. So it's just like, why are you mad about it? Here's the thing. Like I said, I'm only 28. But when I grew up, one of the consoles I had was a PlayStation 1. And one of the first games I got on PlayStation 1 was Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. And I found out a lot of songs. One of the bands I love listening to is Power Man 5000, the song When Worlds Collide. That song, whenever I listen to it nowadays and everything, just because I want to hear it, will always bring back memories of when I was like, how old was I? Like 6, 7, 8 years old. Just playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 and listening to it. And it's just like, that's how I learned about Power Man 5000. So it's just like, that I was young. I was a kid. I was a little kid. Excuse me. And that's how I learned about that specific band. 2005, Need for Speed Most Wanted, the original one, on my GameCube. Played it. That's how I learned about Bullet for My Valentine. That's how I started listening to more songs from Disturbed. And it's just like Guitar Hero 2. That's where I learned about All That Remains. I mean, I knew about Death Clock at that point, but it was so amazing playing Thunder Horse on the guitar. And it's just like, through video games, I learned about all these incredible bands. And there's a lot more examples than that. So it's just like, this is just a different form of the same thing that happened to me, you know? It's like, this is a show, and it starts playing all these older songs that the new generation listen to, relate to the show, but also on its own right, enjoy the songs for what they are, you know? And yeah, and I don't think that's a bad thing. Honestly, I'm glad that, you know, a lot of the new stuff for the younger generations will play the older stuff, and the younger generation was like, oh my God, yes, no, I love this, you know? But I do get it from the director side, because it's just like, the whole thing is enjoy the songs, play with them, you know, expose more people to it. The problem with it though is overplaying it. And the fans, especially nowadays with the whole social media, especially TikTok and everything, just absolutely overkilling the songs. You know what I mean? Like that one song that's been played, I think like over 2 million or 8 million times. That oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 that stuff. It's so annoying to even say it. It's like that. You take these incredible songs, these clips or whatever, and you just keep repeating them over and over and over and over and over and over and over. You get what I mean, right? That was annoying. And it's just like, people are going to get tired of it. That song is going to be ruined for a lot more people. And it's just like, it's good. Be exposed to it. Expand your love of a song. But you're doing the same thing millions of others are doing already. That song's going to get very tired very fast. And you can argue that Waititi, he's doing the same with Guns N' Roses' Sweet Child of Mine. You know? Oops. It's my alarm. With Guns N' Roses' Sweet Child of Mine. Like, you know, Thor, Love and Thunder, and all the promotions. You know? And it's a cover of the song, but it's in all the versions. It's in all the promos and everything like that. And guess what? It got to the point that when I'm on the internet and I see videos related to Thor, Love and Thunder, the Mjolnir, Stormbreaker, etc., guess what song they always have in the background? Yeah. No, you guessed it. You absolutely guessed it. And it's just, it can get really annoying. It can get very tiring very fast and everything. I've had songs killed for me and everything that I had to not listen to for years until I was able to actually enjoy them again. And I'm sure a lot of others have experienced the same exact thing, you know? So it's like, yeah, that's what I read and everything. It's just like, you know, other than that, I'm just really glad that people are getting into Metallica again. I told my coworker, I was just like, hey, dude, funny enough, we're the same age. But I told him, I was like, hey, dude, you like Metallica? Let me teach you a little something. Told him about Dave Mustaine. Showed him some of Dave Mustaine's work with Metallica. And I was like, so this happened with the band. Kicked him out. He formed his own band. And I showed him Megadeth. Bro started loving Megadeth. Never heard of Megadeth. Never listened to them. But now he's into Megadeth. Hold on, give me 1 second. Sorry, I've been having this cough for like the last 2-3 days or whatever. But yeah. It's just like, it feels nice talking about random stuff that happens every day. And honestly, I just blew through my topics. I honestly thought I was going to like take a lot longer and everything. But yeah, no, it's just one of those very, very short episodes. And I hope you guys like what I'm doing recently. It's like experimenting with different styles and everything. These last 2 videos, I put like clips from video games that I captured when playing with my boy and everything. Fun thing is, last night, we got on, we started playing, and basically, when we started playing, how do you say it? We wanted to play Unity, Assassin's Creed Unity. It's still one of the best Assassin's Creed game, sir. And if you said that, oh, chicken died. And if you say that Brotherhood is the best, no, you're lying. You're deceiving yourself, bruh. Well, anyways, Unity, the best one. How do you call it? The servers are down. They've been down for a while already. And we want to play co-op on Unity. I remember playing co-op in the past with my other friend and everything, and it was fun. So I want to do that with him. Can't. Well, anyways, we ended up, how do you say, being like, what do you want to play? What do you want to play? We both decide. Well, I asked him. I was like, hey, you got Battlefront 2? And then he was like, yeah. I was like, all right. So we booted it up. Started playing Supremacy. This guy loved it. He never played Battlefront 2 before, ever. He had it, just never touched it. And we started playing it. It's just like, it was fun. It was fun. Playing as the Separatists, as the droids, and everything. I remember by far still, Clone Commandos are still my favorite. Still my favorite. But tell me why today when we were playing, I was like, you know what? I'm going to give the ARC Trooper a try. And I'm just dominating with the ARC Trooper, just absolutely dominating with him, and I'm like, oh my god, you know, it was insane how well I was doing with it. Now I'll put it in the clip when this thing gets edited and everything, but like that was just one of the many things that we did. Plus I was like sword fighting with Yoda. It was fun. Battlefront 2, it still has a very strong fan base, player base and everything like that. Still has servers up, still well and active, and I'm just glad that we have a very good Star Wars game. It was bumpy at first. A lot of people talk so much crap about it, and guess what? EA deserved it, but they fixed their mistakes, they righted their wrongs, and now it's a very playable, very enjoyable video game. And yeah, might play some more in a bit. But I'm gonna go ahead and just wrap this up. I'm gonna talk to my family in a bit in Zoom, and just just fix around the house. Thank you everybody for tuning in for another episode of The Mind of Mando. I have been your host, Armando Ortega, and I hope you guys have a very wonderful rest of your day. See ya.